Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about two stages that I look at with bridge funnels. Okay, so this is going to be an affiliate marketing strategy. I hope you like it. Let's go on onto my computer and share with you some more. All right, guys, it's a Friday. Welcome back. Oh, so yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Friday today. Yes. Welcome back to another video. My name is David Pinto. They also call me TipsWithDav. I'm excited for this video today because it's Friday and I usually talk about strategies or tips that you can use in your affiliate marketing journey, specifically if you're newbies. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on my journey as well and how I'm taking things one step at a time in order for you guys to also understand that you don't have to jump and go to the next best thing, because unfortunately in this affiliate marketing space, specifically in the wealth niche, in the make money online or business opportunity niche, there's a lot of different strategies out there, and it can either overwhelm you, confuse you, or it can just be one shiny object to the next as you go. And I've been through that process, guys. I don't want to say that it's a wrong process. Everybody's gone through it. It's not one specific person's sad story. Honestly, I went through it as well, and we definitely learned from that. So I adapted my specific strategy that you can see on screen right now to how the stages are. So the reason why I built this strategy in the first place is because I have a full-time job. So it's affiliate marketing is a side hustle for me, but now it's generating a consistent amount of commissions. And specifically, I wanted to save time. So I didn't mind spending a bit of money initially to start to generate advertising, to get advertising done, in order for me to start to get some momentum in place with my affiliate marketing journey. But obviously not everybody is like that. So in the description of this video, at any point of time, if you like how I'm sharing this content, there are going to be resources. Feel free to click on any of them. And if you have any questions, let me know at the end of the video or write a comment below, and I'm here to help. Okay, so let's get into it. So I wanted to share with you two different logic behind a bridge funnel. And if you guys don't know what a bridge funnel is, it is simply a bridge funnel is a funnel that is collecting first and foremost an email address, and then is bridging it. You are the bridge between the email address that you're collecting, so the buyer, and the final product owner as an affiliate. So let's say I'm using a tool called system.io. Instead of sending a person directly to system.io, which is, by the way, a brilliant free tool you can have. But let's say I want to send people to system.io and they have a sales page that I'm going to be using, right? What happens is that if you send a person directly, most of the time, you need a little bit of a nurturing sequence to happen via email in order for you to convert into a sale. But just the sales process, we're just talking about the funnel process. If you do it in such a way that you're in between and you're introducing the product or service, so you're telling them what they're going to get and what's available for them, and then they can click the button below and then decide to get it. Okay, so that's the whole logic behind it. Or if you decide to go in a specific manner, which I'm going to share with you the second way, there are two ways of looking at bridge funnels. So when I started initially, I literally started this way. I had a landing page which I wanted to deliver a specific training, an ebook, a lead magnet, basically. And I wanted to deliver that in the first place. And how I delivered that was on the bridge page itself. And then the bridge page linked basically to an offer. So if they liked the training, if they liked what they got, then I was telling them, you know what, you can get more of these kind of things. You can get access to me personally and everything else through the product that I'm sharing below. And then let's get in contact. So that's how is a simple funnel. Okay, this is a very simple basic process which any of you guys can do, and it's something that I would say is a good starting point for an affiliate marketer. Let me break it down a little bit. What I did was I popped out the whiteboard because I thought it was really important. First and foremost, with any kind of marketing that you're doing online, the first pillar that you need to look at is advertising. Now, advertising is basically outreach. Okay, how do you get people to find you? Because just creating a website, just creating a blog, just creating this piece of information of real estate on the internet is not enough. Okay, you need to know where to do it, where to go, and there are free methods to do it as well, and there are paid methods to do it as well. But the logic behind it is still advertising. So that's a skill set that you learn along the way. And with advertising, you learn multiple skill sets, by the way. Let's say you're using video like this or using YouTube like this to get people to build your awareness and talk to your ideal audience. You're learning video in the background, you're learning editing in the background, you're learning skill sets that you can transfer and even charge as a service in the end. So don't take for granted what that you're putting in the work and effort for advertising. By the way, with any kind of affiliate marketing, even though it might become passive in the future, there is work that is needed to get started. Okay, take away this idea that it's easy to get started and everything's fine. You are going to put in the work, and if you're doing affiliate marketing the right way, you are going to put in the work. You need to put in the work, whether it's low ticket, high ticket, doesn't really matter. You need to put in the work. That advertising is creating that real estate for yourself, and as I mentioned here, that real estate, actually let me just focus on that for a second, right? So that real estate itself is this right here, what I'm talking about. This advertising can be through social media, and I've generalized it as social media because you can do through written form. It doesn't have to be video. Let's say you want to use Twitter as your main source, main social media platform, or you want to use not at Twitter anymore, it's X, sorry, or you want to use Facebook, or you want to use Instagram, or you want to use TikTok, or you want to use YouTube. I would suggest go with something that will build over time, that will develop over time. And the two main areas that I think would build over time is, if you do it organically and have your own blog where you're building up, and it takes longer, it takes much longer, but you can build up over time there, or have a video based platform that you are posting on a regular basis. And it doesn't mean that you have to do this with your face. Okay, it can be a faceless channel as well. As long as you are consistent with it and you're posting more than once a day on that faceless channel, then it's going to gain momentum over time, and it can become a real good asset for yourself. So social media as a whole, obviously I'm recommending video as the main one right now, but you can also use Facebook, for example, and you can start to use a way to just reach out on Facebook using Reels, also video, but also your personal profile, and then get them to a group. Because when you get them to your own group and you support that group with free value, that actually helps them. So let's say talking about a specific topic, you have a niche. Let's say you're working on affiliate marketing, or you're a dog trainer, whatever it is, you're giving them value, and then they are linking to your product as an affiliate, and that's how you get the commission. So the advertising is really important to know how to filter it, and there are multiple ways to do it, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. Again, if you want to learn how to do it through Facebook, link is in the description. If you want to learn how to do it through paid ads or organic, there's a link in the description. I will just link to main programs that I personally use for this information that educates me myself, and I also apply it. If you want to access it, then you can get it there. Then the other one I mentioned is paid ads. Paid ads is something that I would say can be there, but it comes as a consequence. I'm going to use YouTube as an example. I would suggest somebody, if they want to use YouTube ads, I would suggest somebody first get started on regularly posting videos, building your subscriber count to a certain amount, and just doing it for like 3 months. Okay, let's say you take it for a quarter, you do it for 3 months. After those 3 months, you have those videos that are already engaging, that are already getting some traction. And in order to put them on steroids, let me put it that way, you can add paid ads to it. So paid ads, I would say, would come as a consequence to your marketing as a whole. So advertising is a key element here. And then there's organic. As I mentioned, organic is if you create a blog and you write blog posts every single day and you're getting viral hits from SEO marketing. So from your Google searches, people are searching on a specific topic and your blog pops up there. And you don't need to have a paid platform here, guys. You can use, platforms like Medium, Blogger to start to create these assets for yourself. So that's the advertising side. When you advertise, what do they go through? So this is the next step, right? What do they go to, from where? So you're advertising and you're taking them, let me just do it this way, you're advertising, then taking them to a lead magnet. This is the beginning part of the funnel. And the lead magnet, you are getting their email address. In order for you to give them something, you need to get an email address. So the lead magnet is a solution, and in order for you to deliver that solution, you need to collect an email address. Okay, this is the same thing that people do when it comes to e-commerce. Let's say an Amazon or a Temu or I think it's AliExpress. All of them, you have to create and you have to give them your email address, and they will market you on the back end. So email marketing is very, very important about this whole entire process. Okay, so you're collecting an email address here, and either, let's say I'm giving you lead magnet ideas. Let's say you want to create an ebook, and this ebook is an informational product that you can create very easily. You can even use Canva. You can even use anything for that matter right now. Google Docs, create an ebook, write something for a specific topic. So you have a problem and you're solving that problem, and make sure that that problem is solved. So a lot of the times you find the resource, you have to deliver on that promise that you're giving. So for example, I have a course that teaches affiliate marketing essential skills. This is a lead magnet course that I give you. Okay, so if somebody signs up to my course, I'm delivering on that course. Okay, my emails and everything else is delivering. When I did not have this course, which I did not have it in the beginning, all I did was I created a 40-minute, I think a 20 to 40-minute training, and I put it on YouTube, and I used this YouTube video as my free video that I was giving them and the training that I was giving them. So that was my free lead magnet. Okay, or you can use any other types of lead magnets that are available. Okay, and this is depending on your niche, obviously. And then from that lead magnet, as I said, it goes to a bridge page. Okay, so basically you take it, let me try just to put this, take from that, and it goes to a bridge page. And this bridge page, guys, is where the sale happens. So there are two ways of doing it. One is you, as I mentioned, you deliver the lead magnet on that bridge page and you introduce the offer. So if your lead magnet is an ebook, you can actually do it in a different way. You can deliver the ebook via your email, but on that bridge page itself, you are shooting a video and you are responding and saying you need to check your email for you to get this ebook because I've sent it to you over there. And then below, for XYZ reasons, is what I would recommend to follow up with. Okay, so now you have a video with a button below that just you can click on and they will be taken to your offer. This is always being as an affiliate. Say that the ebook is talking about I'm just going to use a dog training example, right? You are giving certain tips, 5, 6, 7 tips on dog training for beginners, etc., or first time or dog owners, and so on and so forth. You deliver that ebook within the email itself. They come to the bridge page. You tell them that the ebook is gone there. However, if you need some support and help and guidance with this dog training, there's an application below, or there's take the quiz below, because a lot of these dog training websites right now have a quiz, and based on that quiz they give you a specific plan. You can say you can take the quiz below and they are going to that offer. Obviously, if that offer has a quiz, and this is kind of the option, right? So you're delivering the offer and you're sending people now to this offer, and you're getting a commission when somebody purchases that plan or whatever it is, right? That is how you can introduce the offer on the bridge page and then deliver the offer right there. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second way that you can do it is have a lead magnet that is a course. I did it specifically in 2 steps. So the first step, I did it pretty much like this right here. Okay, so I had the landing page that went to a bridge page. So I was delivering the offer right here. I was delivering my training. And then I said, if you want to get and you want to see my recommended source and everything else and how I'm actually doing this, then you can go to my offer, because my offer is an affiliate product that actually trains people and educates people even more. So that's when they decide to go to the affiliate offer. Now I have basically a landing page that goes to my lead magnet is a course. So I have this course and I deliver this course to them, and they have actively they can go through this course and get access to me. So they got the course in the email. And the second way, as I'm showing you, is that they go now to a thank you page, and that thank you page talks about, so it's kind of a bridge page. It's not fully a bridge page, because in between, in my entire sales funnel process, there's a lead capture page, there's a sales page, there's a order page, and then it goes to a bridge page, right? So in my whole process, I have something of value that is $1 or €1, very initial cost, or a free trial you can give them, but $1. I share my lead magnet for €1, and they can get that. So to go through a wholesale process, and that's an individual sales process on its own. And then they go after the whole sales process. I say, thank you for getting this. You have got it. Now, if you want to continue, if you want to get some advanced training, if you want to learn more about XYZ, then these are the benefits and you can get this product. And that page itself, you can always change and test out. The advantages, and I'm going to say this very openly, the advantages of a bridge page funnel is that you can have always the same lead magnet or different lead magnets on the front end, and you're only changing. Let's say you get into a low ticket offer first, and then your journey goes to a high ticket offer. Let's say you want to add a coaching program or something like that on the back end. You can always switch that up and change it to that. But your lead process, the things that your customers are interested about, doesn't change. That's the easiest way to get started, to be honest. And more than anything else, the basic always work. Like, I got so many conversions into my offers just because of this simple process, and it works really, really well. Now, if you want again a full in-depth training about this, feel free to get the course in the description of this video, and you'll be able to go in and finally learn about the bridge page funnel at the end. Okay, but for now, all I want to say, though it's not a promotion for any course or anything like that, I hope this video gave you an idea. So if you're on the beginning stage of just understanding your audience, that's great. Start to use your advertising, start to understand your audience, and pick a social media platform or pick a method and just stick with it. You don't need to create a funnel yet. That is all you need. Then what you would have in the background, based on all the skills that you learned, you can start to now expand and create a free lead magnet that you're giving to somebody. The aim of this lead magnet, guys, is that people enter into your entire email ecosystem. That is where the magic happens. It's not in the sales process. These conversions, as you guys can see, I've written right here, usually in this sales process of a bridge funnel, it's 1 to 5%, and 5% is really high. Usually it's 1% conversions that you're getting. The higher the conversions come in is from the emails itself, and that takes a little bit more skill. So if you guys want to learn more about that, next week I will talk about that, because I personally went from my whole email strategy. I went from having this at high risk, and in fact, a couple of videos back, if you guys check, you will actually see this. I had a high risk email over here, and I've already brought it to a moderate risk, and you can see in the last I think month, it's gone up to now 14% here. And if you even see in the last week, okay, just gonna put a week, you'll see it's all 18%, almost 19% for my open rates, and this is going up. Okay, it's not staying the same way, it's going up. Why? Because I'm applying certain email marketing techniques to start to get conversions, and this is also generating me more clicks and sales overall. Okay, so this is why I wanted to share it with you, but we can talk about it in the email marketing section, and if you guys want a video or training on that on Friday, I can actually speak about that. But what I want to do is next week I want to talk specifically about and I'll give you an update on a couple of programs as well. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. If you have enjoyed this video, if you've taken this training to heart and applied it, let me know in the comments below, because as I go ahead and also apply certain strategies, do different case studies, I will be posting on Fridays for you guys. Okay, so that being said, if you want to follow this strategy, again, links are in the description of this video. You can check everything out. Otherwise, I'm going to see you guys on Monday for another video. Have a great day and keep paving the way for your dreams to come true.